right, I'm here with Joy Germany, and this is Celebrity Entrepreneurs Adventure number 409. Yeah, well, we're here in, where are we? Sacramento, and we're taking a walk in the mall because it's air conditioned.
Yes.
And we're here for Joy Germany's first TV appearance. Yes. Is this your very first one ever?
First one ever.
Oh my goodness. And how do you feel? Are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm not as nervous, but I'm excited. So it should go very well. I can't wait to meet the people in the studio and see what that experience is like for the first time. And then it'll be in another couple of days I go on my second show.
Have you been rehearsing?
I have been rehearsing.
Yeah, you know your segment Cold?
I do know it.
Good. That's the way to go. Let's find out where this Apple store is. Where's the Apple store? Right over here? Thank you. Well, that's good, because the only way to succeed on TV is to know what you're talking about. See, a lot of people, there's, look, we made shit up for you, right?
Yes.
We just made some shit up to get you on TV. And you're invited to go on how many shows total?
9 out of the 12 that I interviewed for.
Just for making some shit up for you. Well, you're a very marketable person. And you're smart. And you got character. And you got a lot of stuff going for you. So I'm not surprised you got invited on so many. And I'm glad I could be here with you for your first in-studio appearance.
I am too.
It's a great show. We put hundreds of people on this show.
Now, I was nervous because I didn't think Clint was going to be able to be here with me for my first show, but I was so happy that he said, "Oh yeah, that's right, I'm coming to see you." And I was like, "Yes, you're coming to see me."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel really good about it. Really good about it.
Well, I'm glad that we can make it work. I really am. Allie worked hard.
She did.
Yeah, she worked really hard.
Let me tell y'all something. Allie and Clint are legit. I'm telling you, if you want to work hard and get your stuff going, you need to hook up. And that's all I can tell you. All of my friends that I've met in this organization, they said, "Hey, how was Celebrity Lunch? And how was this?" I'm like, it's worth every penny. Get your checkbook out.
It works. I mean, it's the real thing. Like Dan Kennedy said, it's the real thing. Hi, I'm looking for flash drives. Yep. You have flash drives?
You mean like a hard drive?
No, flash drives. Thumb drives.
Oh,
You don't have them?
yes, we do.
What do you got? I'm looking for like a terabyte.
That's 256 gigabytes.
You got a bigger one?
Let me see if we have it in our catalog. One second.
Okay.
I was like,
Look over here.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff.
all right. Unfortunately, we do not
That's
have
it?
1 terabyte.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 64, 256, 128.
Best Buy is that way?
Best Buy is that way, outside of the mall.
Outside of the mall.
Outside of the mall.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. All right. Well, you see, you got to have what the people need. Apple Store doesn't have it. So I know that Best Buy has it because I already called them. And they told me they have it. But I'm an Apple person. I like to buy Apple stuff when I can. But,
Well, what's funny is the girls didn't even know they had them.
yeah, they didn't even know. I guess
That
they're
is
not part of
always
the
a problem
Genius
for
Bar.
me. When you work somewhere and you don't know the products that you sell, that's a problem for me.
So, what are your thoughts about what it's going to be like? Do you have any idea what it's going to be like
I
to
really
go
don't.
in studio?
I'm not sure. I feel like it's going to be more of a. Tina seems very nice, and so I feel like she has a calming spirit. So I think it's going to go well. I just, if she asks me questions, I can always shoot from the hip. I'm better at that than memorize speeches, to be quite honest.
Okay.
But so no, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried. I don't want to get worried about it because I want to kill it.
There's nothing to worry about. And look, my first many TV appearances sucked, but yours is going to be good because we're going to rehearse you and practice, and you got nothing to worry about. But you're right. I mean, as long as you see, like I was saying, most people come to me and there's two ways to know what to say. One way is to memorize it beyond memorization. And that's probably the way I recommend most people do it. Memorize it beyond memorization. The other way is to just be a real subject matter expert. Now, it's kind of harder when we just made a bunch of shit up for you to be a subject matter expert. But look at these gowns. Look at these gowns.
Oh, wow.
I tell you what, this is Sacramento.
This is Sacramento.
Those are some gowns. I have never seen.
Those are beautiful.
I have never seen a window display of
In the mall.
curvy gowns like that in my entire life.
In the mall. In the mall.
That's for like a lot of Latina chicks getting married, going to weddings.
There's
And
a big wedding this weekend.
yeah, there is a big
So-
wedding at the hotel.
Anybody didn't come with a dress, they'll be ready. But I will say that the subject matter that you picked for me was kind of in line with what I do or what my message is.
Yeah.
And so what I did was just to be off the cuff with some answers. I kind of looked up I looked up the subject matter and just got some more points of reference and just really familiarize myself with that, just in case they ask me like, well, what do you do to, my subject is self-care. So what do you do? And I wanted to say something unusual than the normal massage or getting your nails done.
Okay.
Because to me, that's just regular maintenance for us girls now.
Right.
But I found out about some new things like there's forest therapy where you can go out into the forestry and connect with nature. Or you can treat art therapy. And of course, people are now hearing about the new music, sound therapy, which is the bows and bells, but also music. And I didn't realize that they were categorizing that in that genre, even though it makes sense. I just didn't think that music would be in that group. But everybody knows music is therapy. So
Yeah.
so there's something different than the normal.
Okay. So when she says, what kind of self-care do you recommend? What are you going to say exactly?
Well, I'm going to tell her, first of all, get in tune with whoever your higher power is. That is the first step. That
In
kind of
self-care.
that starts
Yep.
getting you in balance. And then it also falls into what I talk about of finding out what you want out of life. And for me, my self-care in general, about 3 years ago, was figuring out exactly what my passion was, because I was fighting it. And so once I did that, it was a lot easier. So those are the two self-care I do for myself, is to remind myself what my passions are, what my goals are in life. But I am a typical person. I like massages and so forth, but I like working outside, and gardening is a therapy.
Good.
And so those will be some of the things that I'll talk about.
Okay. Very nice.
What about you? What do you do for self-care?
I like to swim in the ocean, in tropical water. I like to eat great food, great nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
I also am enjoying the second day of my water fast right now.
Oh, you're doing a water fast.
Yeah, Allie and I are on day 2 of a water fast.
Oh, wow.
That's been pretty awesome. I feel fantastic.
So it was good that we rode over in the car with the gentleman that was going to walk in the heat. I'm not good at CPR.
I'm not going to pass out. I feel really good. I think I have about 85% energy.
Good.
At least 85%
Water fasts are
energy.
good cleansings, though. They're good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Allie's done 7-day water
Ooh,
fast.
wow.
I've done 14 days previous to this.
Okay, previous to this, but she's not on a 7-day fast now, right?
Well, we're on day 2. I don't know
just
how
2,
long
okay.
she's going to go.
Okay.
I know I'm going to go 7 days, and I may go longer because I'm
Purifying.
I'm just in that mode. I'm not hungry. I feel good. I want to
Well,
lose a
you
lot of
look
weight.
like
I want to
You
get.
lost a couple of pounds when you were walking up to me, and I was going to say it. I said, well, maybe no, it's just the start clothes. But you look like you've lost a couple of pounds, and I'm not bullshitting you.
Yeah. I think I have, and I want to lose more. I really want to make. If I do 14 days, I'll definitely lose 14 pounds, and that would be really good. And then I'll go back onto just eating meat. We were doing carnivore for a long time.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to lose weight on carnivore, but I didn't lose weight on carnivore.
Sometimes, though, your body gets used to it, so you got to switch it up, and you're doing that now with the water fast.
Yeah.
And you'll add protein back in, and that'll be good.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about it.
After spending the week with you in Acapulco, I came home and did more proteins than normal. Because I've been having to watch carbs anyway. My family has a long trace of diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to the doctor every quarter. And last quarter they said I was pre-diabetic, so I refused to accept that. But I went to the doctor Wednesday morning, and everything is clear. It dropped 5 points. She said, nothing to worry about. Have you been eating different? I said, no. She said, well, how you been exercising? I said, well, my mentor has been running me all over the country. So maybe that's it. I've been exercising more.
See, Celebrity Launchpad will cure your pre-diabetes for you.
Sure will.
Yeah.
So that was great news. And so I was kind of worried about it. But yeah, I tried to eat healthy and do things. But I'm horrible about my exercise. And I got to get back on track with that.
Yeah, it's so important. That's why I walk. I've been, do you get 10,000 steps every day?
No.
Well.
When I'm with you, yes. When I'm at home, no. I got to be honest.
That's the easy way, is to get 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Is this another mall?
I don't know. I thought it was me that came up on Best Buy.
Yeah. I think we can walk down this way and get out of the heat.
It's not so bad, man. What's going on?
No, it's not so bad. But even still, we want to do our best. We'll go this way.
So when I was in Chicago, my family was making fun of me because I was teaching them how to take proper selfies.
Oh, that's good.
And so they thought it was funny that I was telling them. The person that didn't take pictures was telling them how to take pictures and video. Got a lot of good shots.
Oh, this is Crunch Fitness, and this is going to be the end of the line here.
I don't think we can get through there.
No, I don't think so. We're going to have to go back. Although there's a Pier 50 sushi bar. Maybe. Do you like sushi?
I love sushi.
Maybe we'll go there for you to get some dinner, and I'll drink water. What do you think of that?
Well, we could go there, but I'm not really hungry either because on the plane I had lunch and we had a really good lunch.
Okay.
And I had bought breakfast, so I ate that too. So I'm really full.
All right.
So we can do water together.
All right. Well, the way this works is that, we'll hang out as long as we hang out tonight. And then tomorrow we're going to get up early. What time are you supposed to be at the station? What's your call time?
There by 7:30.
7:30 call time.
We're going to be, maybe she said 7:45, but I said I'd be there by 7:30.
And then you'll be on during the 8 o'clock hour?
8 and 8:30. So
good. She says that's the best time to go on.
And I've already ordered my videos. Everybody out there that's getting on a TV show, don't forget to pre-order your video clips.
Yeah, you got to get those videos or else you'll never get them.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you, there is a way. Look, it's really good to have a high quality digital download, which you get from tvvideoclips.com. Although sometimes they will put your video clip on their website for a day or a week or however long. It won't be there forever. And I've invented a new way of getting your video clip, which is to record your screen on Zoom.
Yes.
And now you have the Zoom recording of your screen.
True.
As you're watching the thing, and then you can put that into iMovie and edit that. And
so you mean if you catch it on TV?
No, not on TV. On their website.
But what do you mean on Zoom? Oh, play it on Zoom.
Go to their website while you're recording your screen on Zoom. Then record your screen while you're playing your clip off the internet. Then you have to go into iMovie. You have a Mac?
I do have a Mac.
Okay. So if you know how to use iMovie, then you go.
But
it's pretty easy. Then you go in iMovie, and then you crop the image so that you just have the video screen of your appearance.
Okay.
And make sure you record the audio onto Zoom, like record computer audio, or else you won't have good audio. And then that's how you can get the clip for free. Like that. Okay?
Everybody should try that because it's like $70 a clip.
Yeah.
So I ordered mine for sure because I need to get that.
Hey, they give you a very good high quality clip, They give you teasers, you know, the stuff that you can't get on the internet. Like maybe there'll be a teaser about it. Like coming up next, how to live your best life.
Live your best life.
Right? The author of I Am Women is here to talk about how to live your best life.
Live your best life.
How you doing on your book?
Like me. I think I'm about halfway there. I got stuck on it for a while, but then I had to LTFU.
Yeah.
And I started cluing in on what I really needed to do. So I got a lot done on it this week. I think I'll finish it well. I'll be moving around quite a bit this week. But in the middle of the week, I have time to work on it. So I think I'll have it finished up by the end of the week.
Okay, good. Now, when you were in Acapulco, we came up with all your stories.
Yep.
Have you been using that
That's
outline?
back to remind me of what I wanted to do. But it took me in a direction that I really didn't want to go. And I wanted to stay focused in line on what my subject matter is for coaching.
Yep.
And so I really just came back to square one, talking about first the reason why I decided to leave my corporate job.
Okay.
And then started from there, and then everything just started flowing, and I was able to talk about my background and things like that.
All right.
So,
all right. Well, we're here at Best Buy, so we're going to take a break from this. And now we're walking back. We'll just not walk over this hump over here. We were talking about Nova, the billion-peso puppy, you know, dog marketing. Believe me, I spent so much money on Nova being in the veterinarian for 6 months after she had that allergic reaction to the sutures that I'm going to get every penny I can out of the marketing of that dog. My billion-peso puppy. She went on TV with me one time. I would say, do you have a dog?
Well, my daughter has a dog, and then her dog just had babies, and he's so little. And I said, oh, I need him on the show or something. And she said, well, you can have this one. I said, no, thank you. I do not want to take care of a dog.
All right, well.
We do have fat dogs in the family.
All I'm saying is, it's great to take dogs on TV. Really, really great.
That's what I told you.
And, you know, the secret of great television is, how can you get into a great costume? And how can you involve a dog or another animal or a small child in your segment? If you can do those things, you're pretty golden on TV, really. So that's why I took Nova on TV with me in Palm Springs when I was promoting my celebrity entrepreneur movie. Good golly. And I teach all about that at Impact, Influence, and Income.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
That's where I got that from. So, but I don't remember us talking about children. I think my 9-year-old grandson would be great.
Yeah, it's great to take kids on TV.
He's really sharp, too.
If they like it, you know. We've had a lot of kids become celebrity on TV. I mean, moms take their kids on TV all the time, use them as models, as part of the demonstration. We had this one mom, her son was a chef. She turned him into a celebrity chef.
Oh, wow.
Right? He would do all the cooking. Her whole thing was about, she was a psychiatric nurse. And her whole thing was about like using comfort food for psychological improvement, and he would do the comfort food demo.
There you go.
And there she turned her 22-year-old son into a celebrity chef. Love it. I love it. I love it. It's really a great thing to do.
I'm glad you said that comfort food thing that you were saying. Cooking food is a self-care thing too, but the way that you use it that way is you pay attention to every ingredient, how it feels, how it looks, how it smells.
Yeah.
And take your really time with it, and that's good therapy as well for
Amen to that.
Alternative, yeah.
Look, most people in the world are eating Taco Bell or Burger King. When I was a taxi driver, my idea of a great meal was 2 99-cent Whopper Juniors.
Mine was the #1 combo at Taco Bell back in the day.
2 99-cent Whopper Juniors and a 6-pack of Miller Lite long necks. Okay? That was my idea of a great meal back in the day when I was a taxi driver. And, you know, for me, my life changed when I read this book I had problems with my knees, and my chiropractor suggested, hey, why don't you try to heal your body with raw nutrition? He sold me this book about raw nutrition. I read the book, and it basically said if I ate oysters, clams, and scallops from the sea, I could heal my knees, and those are my favorite foods. And but they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically came up with this concept. Hey, I can heal my body by investing money in my favorite foods as nutrition for my body. I'm going to try it. And that's when my whole life changed. Like 6 months later, I wasn't driving a taxi anymore.
So it really changed.
Yeah. Because of self-care. See? Self-care is where it all begins and ends.
It's where it all begins and ends. It really is. Or lack of self-care will make it end really quick.
Yeah.
So I think that the world itself is starting to change more to getting healthier, eating better, and realizing that food is the real medicine that you need. We're made from the earth. Plants come from the earth. That's what we should be eating. So for the most part, that's what we try to do. But I need protein though too. When we're older, I'm a little bit older. Well, we're the same age now. But we got to have a little bit of protein. But you don't have to have a lot. Then it's the quality of the proteins as well. You know, so you can't get the 70% ground beef. If you're gonna get ground beef, you need to get all the way up. Spend another couple of dollars.
Well, I hear that the 80% is the real good ground beef.
For burgers, yes.
Yeah. I've mostly been eating steaks, Mexican steaks, Argentinian steaks. We've been really enjoying the Argentinian beef. In fact, I cooked up a bunch of it before we left and put it in a big yogurt container and took it with us on the plane, and we ate that the whole day that we were traveling yesterday.
That is what I call ghetto. Something that I would do, Clint.
I didn't think it was ghetto. I thought it was the way to eat good food while we were traveling, was to bring grilled steak with us.
I just want to see that container. What was the container? Was it a bowl one or was it square?
It was a 1 quart plastic yogurt container. And it was full of strips of ribeye. But we ate it. It was healthy ghetto. There you go. That's it. I'll take it. Healthy ghetto. I like it. Allie liked it. I'll tell you that much. She was like, Clint, that was the move. You saved the day. Here we are shopping for sunglasses in the sale section. I lost a pair of Dita sunglasses.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what those are?
I do know what those are.
Those were $1,300 sunglasses.
That's why I don't spend that much on, because I lose them.
I'm telling you.
And I collect them.
I am telling you.
The best place to get glasses is from the beauty supply. You don't spend more than $20.
Well, I want to get ones that are.
Care.
I want to get ones that are like high quality. These look pretty good. I want to get ones that are high quality so that I'm protecting my eyes. Because, do you know I had an eye operation? Oh, what do you think of that? No?
I don't like the gray.
What do you think of that? Oh, because it brings out the gray in my hair. I get it.
It's too much.
I got an eye operation. Did you know that?
What kind? So I had LASIK, but what kind did you have?
I had the next level up. I got trifocal interocular lenses implanted into my eyes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
See, I have monovision. I see one close and one far, and I love it.
These are 200. These are sale 200.
So then they go on sale for half more?
No, I think the sale price is 200 on these.
Ma'am, 200 is the sale price? Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I do like these. Thank you. You picked these out for me, and these are good. I do like these.
A little bit of color.
Yeah.
I can't believe you was getting something plain. The way you make us jazz.
Well, I live in Acapulco, so I try to stay pretty low key in Acapulco. These look cool.
That's a nice one.
These are $224. Oh wow, what do you think of that?
I like those.
Better than these?
I don't know if I like them better. Let me see the other ones again.
Wow.
Those are nice.
I mean, sunglasses. Look, costumes, props are all very important parts of being a
Can
celebrity.
you see through those? But those are a little bit more opaque, and these are darker.
These-
You like them real dark? I don't like mine real dark.
I don't know.
It just depends on the look that you get.
Yeah. Oh, what about that?
Now you look like the president with his. He was doing a speech yesterday with his daggum glasses on. I'm like, if you
I look
don't
like the
take those-
president?
If you don't
Oh,
take
well, I'm
those
taking
Ray-Bans
this.
off.
I'm taking these. How much are these? If I look like the president.
Do you like
These are
metallics?
$224. Where's the $100 ones? I want to get the $100 ones. I lose sunglasses too easy.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. What about this?
That look like you got to go skiing.
Yeah, that's not it. It's tough.
So I did like those though. Did you like those?
Yeah.
Did you like how they look? These are cute with the blue lens. You like that?
These are $224.
But there's not gonna be $100. That's just to get us to come over here and look.
Yeah, you think so?
That's the lead.
These are the only $100 ones.
Oh, those are 100 down there?
Yeah.
Oh, so those that I gave you were $100. I got them from down there. What are these?
I don't know. Are these $200 or $100?
These are $200.
$200.
Yes. Originally $391. The bottom two rows on the right side here.
So we walked out without getting any sunglasses because it was a fake sale.
Glasses out of 452 pairs that were the $100. So
Yeah.
they had a really good lead magnet.
Very
It was
good.
in,
Very good.
but they didn't sell us.
All right. So I got these intraocular lenses implanted in my eyes. So what does that mean? They made 2mm slits on the side of my eyes, and they froze my natural crystalline lenses until they shattered. Then they suctioned out the shattered pieces of the lenses. And then they inserted a trifocal lens made out of latex into the vacant cavity where the natural lens used to be.
So now you can have your bifocals, your computer, and your long distance all in both eyes.
I have 20/20 vision near, medium, and far.
Yep.
And it was the scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life, but it made me a better man. See what I'm saying? Because I say that certain things in life can and do change you. And facing giant fears is one of the things that will change you. And I tell you what, I have never been so scared in my life. They had me strapped down to that operating table. If I hadn't been strapped down and drugged up on I said to them, this is what I said. I'm like, they gave me an IV. I'm like, "Are you gonna give me some volume?" And they all started laughing at me.
Don't need no value.
They all busted up laughing. And you know, the ophthalmologist who sold me on this surgery, he didn't even touch me. He just supervised the whole thing. There was this little Mexican girl. I went and got this operation in a strip mall in Mexico. In Acapulco. Allie, we drive up the street and Allie goes, "Oh, is it that beautiful glass and steel building right there?" I'm like, "No, it's the little strip mall next to it." She's like, "Oh no." She goes, "Look, Clint, when you walk in that operating suite, if you have the slightest hesitation or apprehension, you just leave." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I
I
go.
can imagine being scared doing it that way because when I had LASIK, that was scary for me. I mean, somebody sticking stuff in your eye.
Yeah.
But for what you did, I don't know that I would have been able to do that one.
Here, let's sit down here for a little while. And the ophthalmologist never even touched me. You sit here. It was this little tiny Mexican technician girl. And she did the entire procedure. She probably goes from ophthalmologist's office to ophthalmologist's office all over Mexico, doing nothing but those procedures. They did both eyes in less than an hour.
Wow.
And by the time I got off the table, I could already see blurry. Now, the scary part was this. He's like, always look into the light, Clint. Always look at the light. So I'm looking at the light, and then when my lens shatters, I could see the crackles. Like all I could see was white because my pupils were dilated. But then when they shattered my lenses, then the white turned into little crackles. And then they suctioned that out, and then it was just white.
Don't do this at home. I can say, don't do it.
Then they did that eye, then they did the other eye, and like it became so real. Like, this was a concept. I had been exploring this concept. My friend told me about it. He had cataract surgery, and he had one of his lenses replaced, and he said, you know, if you don't have cataracts, but you want to fix your reading glasses issue, because that's all I had was reading glasses. See, that's the thing.
You did that?
I did that because I was sick of having reading glasses. Okay.
Well, the reason why I got LASIK was because I had reading glasses, I had computer glasses, I had far distance glasses,
Yep.
I had trifocal glasses. Does anybody remember watching Fred Sanford when he had the drawer full of glasses?
Yep.
That was me. And I always had them on a chain like
Yep.
an old lady, but I would still lose them, and I was over it.
I was so sick of it.
I was over it.
I was so
I feel
fucking
you.
sick of
I
it.
feel you, yeah.
I couldn't handle it
And
anymore.
it's stressful when you can't see. I don't even know. I thank God I'm not blind and I don't have that issue, but I don't know how they do. Like, if you had vision and then you can't see,
Yep.
even if you can just see blurry, it is so stressful and frustrating not to just be able to look over and you got to find something to see.
How's
in the
your
middle of
vision
the
now?
night. Oh, it's 2020.
Oh, good.
It's 2020. It's been like,
How
my
long-
grandson is 9.
How long ago did you get the
9.
LASIK? 9 years?
Yeah.
You're aware that it will wear off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at that point, I
Come down to
recommend you go
Acapulco
to
to
Mexico
the shop.
and get
That.
what
Now,
they
that's
call
supposed to be permanent?
premium lens replacement. It is permanent.
Okay.
I cannot get macular degeneration. I cannot get cataracts.
That's worth it, though.
I got 20/20 vision forever. So,
Yeah.
and it was less than $5,000 for
I
both
think
eyes.
I paid $4,000 to get the
For
license, but that was a
both
long time ago.
eyes. So,
That's pretty good.
but it was just a concept for a long time. And, Kathy Pendleton.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy Pendleton was talking to me on the phone when she was about to go on TV, the night before she was about to go on TV in Colorado Springs. And she was like sounding pissed off and not happy and not excited. And I finally said to her, Kathy, do you want to go on TV? And she goes, well, I guess. I'm like, this is what you signed up for. A long time ago, you signed up to go on TV. You paid a lot of money to come to Celebrity Launchpad. You learned how to book yourself on TV. And now here it is. Like, most people don't ever get this chance. You should be excited. Right. And I had to change her around because she wasn't excited at all. Because, there's the idea and then there's the reality. And I talk about this in my book, Wisdom of the Men. There's the idea of something and then there's the reality of it when it comes true. When I came up with this idea, it was like July. And then here I was September 6th, and I'm strapped down and drugged up on an operating table in an operating suite in a strip mall in Acapulco, Mexico. And they put a plastic blanket over me with a hole over my eye. And suddenly the concept was no longer a concept. It was reality. And if I could have bolted off that table,
You would have.
if I wasn't strapped down on that table, I would have been Audi 5000. Because the concept suddenly became a very harsh reality, and that was the scariest thing I have ever done. But previous to that, the scariest thing I'd ever done was going on the Today Show. And that was really, really scary. That was really, 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 really scary. And because I was afraid that I was gonna not have anything to say. But luckily for me, I was able to just tap into my real, true knowledge inside. Mm-hmm. And that's the best kind of place to talk from. Like I was saying in the beginning of this video, there's 2 ways to do this. Number 1, you can memorize beyond memorization. Number two, you can talk from your real, true place of knowing, and that's really the best place to come from.
You know, when you got me down to Houston and I didn't think I would be saying anything, I was just going to be observing, but you made me speak. I had nothing prepared. And so this week I went back and looked at that video. That's probably the smoothest I've ever done it, any of our speeches, because it was just me talking. And I think that's what started clicking for me, is to say, you just got to put you in a joy. You just got to relax and let it be you. I see these words. If that is not exactly the way that you talk, say it the way that you talk. But know what you're supposed to say.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah.
So, Clint beat me up, y'all. Y'all see it? No, he didn't do it. I bruised easily, but
yeah, really.
but
Don't go saying
really,
that.
I know that, but no, but really, that's really what it is. And I was also listening to this speech coach a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying the same thing. It was just, just trying to get people out of being scared of talking in public. And I definitely had a big fear about that, but that's slowly but surely melting away.
Good. Yeah, when you started this whole thing, you told me that you had a fear of public speaking.
Even doing this, I wouldn't have done this. I rarely ever take pictures or anything, which is so weird. I'll take the pictures and videos, but I wouldn't want to be in them. And so now
you're in Celebrity Entrepreneurs Adventure number 409. That's pretty good.
I'm in this thing, yeah.
Not a lot of people are in these. Like, I only started adding in co-stars recently, and Dana Davis was the first one.
Oh, she's coming in. So who all out there is coming to New York? You guys are going to be missing it. I hope you guys are going to be there.
Oh, my
I saw
God.
Glenn posted there's a couple of spots left.
Just a couple. Did you see how I got Miss New York coming?
Now, I saw that.
That's going to be pretty awesome.
I saw that.
Miss New York. That's something.
That's something.
That is something. That's up there with Miss Mexico.
With Miss Mexico, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. They go for the big titles.
That's something, Miss New York. And she's going to be talking about confidence and star power and making your dreams a reality and going for big goals. And that's what Rudy's going to be talking about. I tell you what, everybody is going to leave the New York events inspired to go for their dreams. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
To become the leader that you've always wanted to be, to become the expert that you've always wanted to be, to become the superstar that you've always wanted to be. Because we've got two of the most inspirational, leading superstar achievers talking to us about that. Now, Jocelyn Elders, she's going to be talking to us about medical issues more than that stuff. But, she also is a superstar. First female African-American Surgeon General of the United States. That ain't chump change. That's real stuff. So this is going to be an amazing event.
It is.
And people are crazy if they're not.
They're looking forward to it. And just me showing some of my friends and family with the picture that I've had produced to put on the billboard is just blowing everybody away. So,
awesome.
I mean, it's something that you guys got to do if we ever get that opportunity again, if you can't make it this time.
Did I make that for you?
No, I made it by myself.
You did that?
I did. Allie coached me. She told me what to tell the graphic designer, but I found a good one, and we worked it out, and it's pretty cool.
I like the basic picture itself. Color.
Yeah,
Color. Very. Color. So important for celebrities to stand out. It's all about standing out. And some people don't get it. Like, we had this guy who came to Impact, Influence, and Income, and he came to Sherry Gifts, one of those two. And he would always wear black. He was always wearing black. And I nicknamed him Dark Star. He's always wearing black. You see him in a photo, he's dressed all in black. He's holding his black leather bag. That's his company, making leather bags, black leather. You can't see the product because he's all in black.
And yeah, there's nothing offsetting it. Yeah, it is important. And now that you've taught us that technique, as I watch TV now, especially the news, I watch what everyone is wearing.
Oh.
And if they are wearing something dark, there's a couple of anchors that I watch. They always wear something bright,
a pop of
or
color.
something else, a scarf or a big, chunky, colorful necklace, which makes sense. But I have seen some people that have looked pretty drab, and there was one scene, I don't know what that was on. It was someone I was watching the other night. They had a red wall behind them. well, it was kind of like a burnt orange red, but the person was wearing browns and black, and their hair was black, so they just blended into the wall. And I noticed how that, I just, when the things that you all teach us, you think it's simple, but it is some simple stuff, but it's just stuff that you wouldn't get or wouldn't think about on your own. How much of an impact is that little bitty nugget?
Yeah. Where was that person?
It was on TV. It was on
Where?
It was one of the news shows.
In Chicago?
Yes.
Hey,
it was this
happens.
past weekend, so yeah.
It happens, because the problem is that they don't teach them about color. They don't teach them about wardrobe, and they're responsible for their own wardrobe. And so they'll show up not necessarily looking like a celebrity.
No,
but,
yeah.
Newscasters should be wearing TV blue or red or orange or yellow or green or purple or something, some kind of color. They should always be wearing some kind of color,
Yeah.
or else they're just going to fade away.
I noticed that now. I noticed it on everything. I just gotta watch.
Hey, look, I am the king of duh. All right? When I say something, you should probably think, duh, that's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious, but
everybody
nobody
does
said it
that.
until I said it.
Nobody has said any of the stuff that you have said. None of it.
All right, so we're going to get you through this. We're going to make you rock this first TV appearance and set you up to rock the rest of them. And then you are coming to New York City, and you're going to be speaking at the New York City Bar and at the New York Academy of Medicine, and you're going to make a video interview with the Surgeon General. What are you going to ask the Surgeon General?
I don't know hers is kind of easy. I think my thoughts are more going towards what I'm going to ask Rudy, because I want to ask something really good. I don't want it to be uncomfortable for him, but I want to ask him something really good so that I can get some good comment out of it. So
Well, you're a leadership expert, right?
True.
So you should ask him about leadership.
And that's one of the things I wanted to ask him about. Or what would he tell new leaders, young people coming out of school today?
What's your best piece of advice?
What's your best piece of
for
advice
new leaders?
For new people that are going to be leaders in this world. Yeah,
Wow.
Something like that is what I underline for him. I'm not too worried about her.
Yeah, but I know you're
have
not
to
worried,
think-
but
I
what are
have
you
to
going to
think-
say?
I'm going to think about something for her because, like you said, she's talking a little bit more about medicine. I probably will take her away from what she's normally talking about.
Hey, look, she was
Maybe-
the leader of the entire medical industry in the United States.
And what was that like?
Okay? So you can ask her about leadership too.
Right.
How does a black woman become the leading doctor in America? You could ask her that.
Yeah.
What was it about your life that set you up to become the leading doctor in the United States of
That
America?
I like. Because,
You like
see,
that?
That's a little bit different than what makes you how did you get to believe? Because that's like a question anybody can ask. I want to ask something that's going to make her say, oh, like the astronaut. He said, that's a good question. I want him to do that.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to ask something that's in her wheelhouse that she can answer,
Yeah.
but not something that everybody is going to ask.
Okay, so
Or
you like
anybody.
that?
Yeah, I do like that.
And not a lot of, like, I don't know. I think we have maybe 5 black people who are coming to this event. So you are one of them. So you can ask her,
Yeah.
what was it about your life that set you up to be at the first?
Black Surgeon General in the United States.
Yeah.
I like that. That's the type of question I would want to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Something like
good.
that. Because, of course, not everybody's going to ask her. I don't think you have to be black to even ask her that. But it would come a lot better coming from me. I get that. But that gets into her core because we all have a story. And a lot of black people have a story that maybe they didn't start out on this level, and how did you get to this level?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah. Black female
Like
Surgeon
female.
General. I mean, that's 2.
I'm gonna whisper a secret to you guys. Don't tell anybody, but I didn't even know we had the first black Surgeon General. Isn't that sad? But when I found out, I was very proud about it. So I'm really excited about meeting her.
Yeah.
And I'm embarrassed that I didn't even know that. So that's a good thing.
Oh, she's an amazing person.
Yeah, I can't wait to.
She's an amazing person. Okay, so you got her, and you got your question for Rudy about leadership, and and then we're going to work on your story
Yeah.
in a separate meeting. Okay.
Coming to that too, the special VIP.
Yeah.
Doing
Well,
it
you're
all.
gonna because you're gonna be speaking. Well, we're gonna make your story tomorrow. You're gonna be speaking at all of those places, and then on the jumbotron, for the NASDAQ jumbotron, you're gonna say, "Hey, I'm Joy Germany, and I'm really excited to be speaking at NASDAQ about my new book, I Am Women. Check it out at joygermany.com. Do you have joygermany.com?
I do, and my website is up.
Okay, great. So is your URL on your billboard? Does it say joygermany.com?
Actually, it's www. It's at the bottom. It's
Okay,
at the bottom.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to say.
did put that on
And you
there.
need to rehearse that over and over and over and over and over because it's going to be very high pressure. The way we run the Jumbotron is we buy a block of time. It's very expensive. Everybody gets a little less than 15 seconds in front of the Jumbotron with their image on it. So you got to be in there. You got to take your photos and smile for your photos. And then you got to say your line.
Okay.
And you don't want to flub your line. So I strongly recommend that you rehearse that line at least 100 times over and over and over and over and over so that you don't end up like me when I was on the match game and I was going to pick out George Hamilton to be my celebrity match, and I'm looking at the man with the tan and I can't think of his goddamn name. For the life of me, I couldn't remember his name. It was just nothing. That's what I was afraid of happening to me on the Today Show because I didn't know enough to rehearse. This is why it's so important to rehearse.
Yeah.
If I had only rehearsed the night before instead of smoking pot and drinking alcohol until I passed out, if I could have only spent an hour just saying, I'll take the man with the tan, George Hamilton. I'll take the man with the tan, George Hamilton. If I could have only done that, I would have won $5,000 and possibly had him star in my independent film. But I didn't. And I drove home and cried and cried and cried.
But the good thing is, you learned a valuable lesson. You got to practice beforehand. So you got to practice.
You got to rehearse. All professional performers rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. If you don't rehearse, you are not a pro.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Just like the basketball players and everyone else, you got to practice.
You got to practice the way you want to play because you will play exactly the way you practice. And I think that's going to wrap it up for Celebrity Entrepreneurs Adventure. Number 409, Joy Germany. Thank you for joining me as my special guest. And until next time, remember the great words of my great mentor, Oprah Winfrey. You are responsible for your own success. But Allie and I would love to help you. All right. I was asking you about where you want to go and what do you want to accomplish. And you were talking about how you wanted your grandchildren to be proud of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Most of all, for them to be proud of me. My great-grandmother was a huge influence on my life when I was 7 or 8. She told me I could do anything I wanted to in life. And nobody had ever said that, and you wouldn't think that that's a big deal. But her saying that and me not seeing people really doing that meant a lot. So I went after everything that I've gotten in life real hard. But I don't want it to be as hard of a struggle for my grandchildren, but I don't want them spoiled either. But I really want to leave a legacy for them. I really want to be a role model that they can see that you can do whatever you want. I don't want to just tell them. I want to show them. And, you know, I've been an accountant for over 35 years and great jobs. Loved them. But nobody gets excited about an account. And I got in this because I do feel like there's something inside that I need to get out to help somebody else. But for my children, I really want to leave a legacy for them. I am their only grandparent still living. They're my heart. This is why I'm doing this, is to make sure that they have something when I'm gone, and that they're telling their kids and their friends years from now, you know, my grandmother, you know, she was pretty cool. And they think that, but I want them to really know and have something to show and something to go to once they become of age. I have a grandson that's graduating this year, 18, and he doesn't know what he wants to do. He's not excited about college. So I said, when you graduate, then you're going to work with me. And he's excited about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just really being a role model. My granddaughter thinks I'm a model and a movie star now because she's seen a couple of videos, and so that's inspirational to her. She's an artist. She's 9, but she's already, I can already tell she's going to be a great artist. She's been picking out her clothes since she was 1. So she'll probably be a fashion designer in New York somewhere, and that'll make me happy looking down. But I just want them to know to go live your life and not have to worry too much about how you're going to fund that or having somebody to be there to support you. What's most important for me is for them to be successful in life, especially once I'm gone.
Well, that's very admirable and inspirational, and I get it. I really do. I felt the same way, you know, like, but I want to tell you some weird stories. I don't know why I feel possessed to tell you these stories, but I'm going to tell you these stories. So I built 5 houses in Los Angeles. And I would have guys working on these houses all the time. And every time I would take my daughter to a construction site, wanting to impress her, with all the guys working for me, there was never anyone there. The sites were locked up tight as a drum. Not a person, not a mouse was on the site. Every time, not once did she ever see all the people that I was employing. Okay? And I employed a lot of people building 5 houses. And then when I got on TV in Los Angeles for the first time, I said to her, I think that was like my, I don't know, 25th TV appearance, something like that. I said, hey, I'm going to be on TV in Los Angeles today at noon. Will you watch it? And she goes, no. And I go, it's a pretty big deal to get on TV in Los Angeles. She goes, you're on TV all the time, Dad.
I want my kids to say the same thing too. You on TV all the time. You're always going somewhere, and I'm just like, right.
I gotta tell you, I was disappointed though. I was very disappointed.
You can put your happiness in nobody else, especially kids. They're never excited about what you want to be excited about.
I tell you what, not an ounce of satisfaction came from any of the stuff that I did showing it to my kid.
They don't get it.
They don't.
It's just a different life. So Christmas is my favorite time to go look at Christmas lights and everything. And we drive around. You look in the back seat, they're on their phones or they're knocked out. And we're like, the lights! They don't give a damn about the lights. 4th of July, they didn't care about the fireworks. What they did care about was me getting attacked by ants.